Hi everyone, Vincenzo here with a new episode of A Ukerocks, a series of ukulele tutorials on some of the best rock riffs of all time. So if like me, you want to rock out on the ukulele, you can't miss this one. Today you will learn how to play Come As You Are by Nirvana, one of my favorite songs by the Seattle band. In the tutorial you will learn how to play the main riff and also the chords, so that you can play the entire song. Having said that, let's get started. But before doing that, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel. I don't like to say these things, but it would really help me if you did, and it doesn't cost you anything. You start with fret number 4, then 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, and 3. Let's put everything together. 3, 4. One more time. 3, 4. Okay, let's go to the next measure. You have 2, 5, 2, 2, 5, 2, 3. All together, 3, 4. One more time. 3, 4. And after this, you go back to measure 1. Now let's try to put the entire riff together. 3, 4. And again, 3, 4. For the right hand, I'm using the thumb for the 4th and the 3rd string, the index for the 2nd string and the middle finger for the 1st string. But if you want, you can just use the thumb and it will still work. Going back to the riff, there is a leading line or pickup line if you prefer, that is played in a few places of the song. You probably remember it from the very beginning of Come As You Are, and it's this: 1 and 2 and 3. So you have 2, 2 and 3. And then the riff starts. It's important to notice that this starts on the end of beat 3. And so it goes 1 and 2 and 3, and you play. Again, 1 and 2 and 3. This line is also played at the end of the bridge and of the chorus. Basically, it is used to relaunch the riff. Now let's play the riff including this leading line. 1 and 2 and 3. One more time. 1 and 2 and 3. By the way, the chords for the riff are E minor, 2, 3, 4, and D, 2, 3, 4. Again, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. You can simply strum once per chord like I just did, or you can work out your own strumming pattern. You can find a tutorial on this topic in the description. As you've probably noticed, this riff is quite simple, but let me tell you that this is a great workout for your left hand technique. For example, I used this riff in the first lesson of my course at Ukerocks to discuss the importance of ukulele technique. You might ask why. Well, the reason is that this is a great riff to work on keeping your fingers on the fretboard. If you follow me, you know what I'm talking about, but let me tell you briefly. So, for example, when you play fret 4, you should play like this, and not like this. You might think, oh well, it doesn't make any difference, but it's not true. The difference is that in the first example, I was using the correct technique that will make playing easier, especially when you have to play more difficult stuff. At the end of the day, I could play fret 4 like this, but I'm not gonna do it because you can tell it's wrong. Anyway, if you wanna know more about it, take a look at this tutorial and check out the description for more tutorials on ukulele technique. Time to work on the bridge, and I'm talking about the part where Kurt Cobain sings Memoria. You will need 2 chords, E sus4 and G. This is the strumming pattern. 3, 4, down, down, up, down. By By the way, the symbol that looks like an M means downstroke and the one that looks like a V means upstroke. One more time, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. This is repeated 4 times, and on the last G, you only strum the first part, and then you start with the leading line of the riff. Like this, 3, 4, down, down, up. And again, 3, 4. Now let's see what to play for the chorus. The chords I use for the chorus are A5 and C5. These are power chords. They're very common in rock music, and remember we talked about them in the previous episodes of ukerocks. In short, power chords are chords that are neither major nor minor, and they sound more powerful than regular chords. The rhythm goes like this: 3, 4, down, 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 down. Everything down. One more time. 3, 4, down, 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 down. Remember, for A5, I'm not playing the 4th string. Now I was muting it using my index, you see? But when I play the chorus faster, I mute it with my thumb, like this. You see? However, you can simply avoid playing it if that's easier for you. Now let's play the entire chorus. 3, 4, A5, C5, A5, C5, A5, C5. Last time, A5, C5. If you've noticed, on the last C5 I only strummed 5 times, and then I started with the riff, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And again, 3, 4. Okay, now you pretty much know how to play the entire song. By the way, they have a cool solo. Let me know in the comments if you want to learn it, and I'll do a tutorial on it. It's time for the play along. I will be playing the riff 4 times, then the bridge and the chorus. This way you can have an overview of the main parts of the song, and then you can decide how to arrange your own cover of it. The tempo will be 120 BPM. By the way, you learn the song in standard tuning. To cut a long story short, you can play over the original recording and it will sound good. Having said that, get ready, you're about to start playing. The aim of this tutorial was to teach you how to play Come As You Are by Nirvana. Learn it, post your video on social media and tag me. I will share your video in my stories. On my Patreon page you can find the tabs and the backing tracks that you need to practice this riff. You have 3 backing tracks, one at the original tempo, one slower and another one even slower. And one more thing, don't forget that if you learned something from this video and you would like to say thank you, you can buy me a coffee, link in the description. That's all for now. Let me know in the comments if you managed to learn this song. If you want help in your ukulele journey, take a look at my freebies in the description. I have 3 tabs, a guide and even a free course. If you're into rock music, subscribe to my channel and follow the hashtag ukerocks on Instagram. And don't forget to check out the series ukerocks to learn how to play some of the most iconic rock songs on the ukulele. And if you have any suggestions for more rock tutorials, drop them in the comments. Having said that, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next week. Ciao!